Hello. You are on with Welcome with 19 Cats and Counting. I'm going to do that again. God bless America.
Are you going to pop
I'm usually so prepared. Okay.
Are we starting over? Sorry, Mark.
Yes, we're starting over. Hey, get rid of that first part, will you, Mark? We love Mark.
I think I can edit it out, but he's better at editing out.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody, it's Linda Hall with 19 Cats and Counting. We are doing a super special podcast this time. Our special guest is Rita and Linda. We want to talk about some of the things that happened this last year, and we want to talk about what's coming up the next year. We have so much exciting stuff. I mean, if it's cat related, we're there. So there's going to be a whole slew of stuff we're going to be talking about today, and we will be back to start right after this word from our sponsor. Hello, welcome back to 19 Cats and Counting. I, as I said before, am Linda Hall, your co-host, and I am here with my co-host, my favoritist, Rita Reimers.
Yay!
How you doing, babe? Yay!
I'm good, and I wore an extra special shirt just for today. Now, when you see the video, people, you'll see. It's from my cat lady box.
You're listening to the podcast. This is 2021, and the 0 on 20 is cat ears, has cat ears on it, it's cat face, and it's absolutely adorable, except that I don't think Rita realizes it's 2022 now.
It is? When did that happen?
January 1st.
Oh. Well, 21 was so bad. I just thought, I thought we were getting a do-over.
I don't want a do-over. I don't want to go backwards. No.
I don't have a 22 shirt because I'm not getting the cat lady box anymore, which I regret. Y'all, if you haven't, you've been down south a long time. If you haven't subscribed to the cat lady box, you've got to. We're going to create something similar. Not exactly the same. It's going to be more behavior and cat product based, but I love and miss the cat lady box.
There's always like a shirt or something, and then there's toys for your cats, and then there's
stuff for the
really
kitchen.
Cool stuff. Yes, I mean, like I've gotten pot holders and towels, and I just had to temporarily suspend because of my financial contribution COVID has made to my life.
Well, you see, COVID has just changed everything because just to briefly recap, 2019, last year of Just for Cats Pet Sitting. And we raised our prices to discourage new clientele. And what happened? We got hundreds of new clients at the new price point. We couldn't make it high enough to, no, really. We loved it, but the thing is with that many clients, and we did such a manual hand-holding process.
Yes.
Because we wanted it to be personal.
Yes.
We wanted people to know us as people, not as a company.
Yes.
But it just wasn't sustainable with the volume we got.
Yeah, it wasn't workable with our staff and the way it grew. And, you went from being this like single sitter out on your own with a couple of clients to we had thousands and thousands of clients.
And then plus I was still sitting until the beginning of 19. I just couldn't anymore because, the office work, was you, me, Sebastian, Nikki, and we had an office person for a while, a different office person. But, I told everyone, let's just get through it. Let's get through 19. I'm going to, we had Fetch wanted us, but we wanted to sell to Meowtail instead because I love Sonia and they're cats only.
They're like us. Yes. Well, you don't want to, you have a child, you don't want to give them away to be raised in a foreign culture or something, right? We look for people that continue. And Just for Cats was your baby that you raised for over 17 years. And I jumped in as a step parent for a few years.
But I had to stop doing a lot of the behavior stuff I love to do. And you would go with me on some of the calls when we were in the same town.
Yeah.
And my editors at Castro kept saying, you need to get back to the behavior stuff because there's really not a behaviorist right now that people can go to that's well known.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we're going to sell. And the sale of Just for Cats Pet Sitting, I mean, we did a really good 6-figure business that last year.
Yeah.
But the overhead cost us so much, we weren't really making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But so I figured we were getting a percentage on sales over the next 2 years of what our former clients would book, right? So COVID hit.
We thought that would sustain us while we shifted the business focus, and
it didn't, because COVID came and everybody had to cancel their plans and stop traveling. And so I pretty much gave.
It didn't. It wasn't the way we planned, but we rolled with it.
We thought 20 was going to be our salvation, and what happened?
we were so excited for 2020, and then COVID hit, and we lost my personal family member, my son-in-law, to COVID, but he was also a member of our cat family because he worked with us, and he never met somebody who loved cats more.
He was our main
Sebastian.
client liaison, along with his wife, Linda's daughter, Nikki. Handled some of the sitter issues for us because he was a guy, and sometimes you just need muscle.
He did, and he had the knack, and he could talk and calm people down where they would be, it came off offense, defense with us. With him, he came off as a friend who could help settle these disputes somewhere in the middle, which is, I think, what management's all about.
And then he was going to be our main sales guru.
He could make people understand. He could go for the point of why why you need to do this, and why, he could detect people's specific concerns and needs, because covering why cat sitters do what they do and everything that they do would take years. He had a knack for picking up what people really needed to know.
But he was going to help us sell our services for the Cat Behavior Alliance, which we didn't have a name yet at that point. But then what happened in 2021?
And then, and then we thought, when 2020 is over, and I've never been so happy on a New Year's Eve as New Year's Eve 2020. And then, but we talked about that. We were like, so do you suppose really when we wake up on January 1st, everything's going to be better? And as you could see.
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah,
we still had COVID to deal with. Linda and her family have had it 3 times. I've had it twice. I had mild cases compared to them. We both still need to get our boosters. We've had our shots.
Yes. But the good stuff that came out of 2021.
We had a lot of blessings in 2021. We're very blessed. Let's talk about our blessings. Now, we've talked about all the bad stuff. Let's talk about all the people we've been able to help and all the awesome folks we've met. We're watching to make sure we take our break.
We're getting to where we're really doing 1 a day average, I think. And when you think about, I'm that number piece. Somebody's going to tell me if I say that number again, they're going to slap me. Go ahead, comments below.
I'll tell you what we did on average, but we had some months where we had nothing.
It was my number it's my number that I'm focused on, is the 134,400 cats that are surrendered to U.S. shelters every year for behavior issues. And, every time we have a successful behavior session and they say this worked, that's one cat very often that we have saved from being surrendered.
Just in December, we had 11 sessions.
11 sessions in December, yes. That's
and in January, we had 3.
Already, and it's only just begun.
That's not to say that we haven't been doing this. We've been doing this for years alongside JFC.
Yes, but this is our focus now, and I've taken the classes and gotten certified.
And me too, because I wasn't certified. I wasn't certified either. It was just my knowledge, like Jackson. He learned from the cats, and so did I, and so did Linda.
And honestly, with the classes at Animal Behavior College, we learned a couple things. I really didn't think anything was going to surprise me in there. I just wanted the certification, but I did. And the fun thing was, I remember the first time you called me, because you started the course before I did, and you said, there's a name for it. Like, I always knew this, and you knew that from all of the research that you do and from living with multiples for so many years. I mean, how many cats have come through your house? But you were like, I can't count, probably 50. But all of a sudden you're like, it has a name. And so we felt very
validated.
Thank you. That's the word I wanted. Rita and I share one brain.
Yeah, we do.
And also it gave us that name to say, okay, we need to work on counter conditioning, or this may be
like emergency recall. I always did it. I didn't know it had a name. Didn't know it was a thing.
You didn't know you were doing it. And it's an important thing. So we really learned, and some of how things connected. So, even though we really had this knowledge, and I think that we were great really beforehand, honestly, living with 19 cats, 18 cats right now, I've got 11. Just watching them and seeing the things that they do is honestly one of the best educations you can get. But then you need to follow it up with something professional, like we did with ABC.
Well, yeah. And the thing is, I have to thank Steve Applebaum, because he came on the show.
Yes,
it was around the time where you had to take some time off because you were so ill from COVID, so you missed a few shows. And Steve offered.
I didn't get to be on with that one.
No, Steve offered to give me the course. So why don't you do it, get accredited, and then I'll come back on and we'll talk about what you learned. Well, he's going to come back on. So then Linda had been doing these sessions with me, and I said, why are you doing them as my whatever you were.
Assistant.
Yeah.
Kinda
Why
like
don't you
your
just get
little BA.
certified too? So I paid it forward by out of the funds of JFC paying for Linda's certification. So we got twofer.
Yes, we got a twofer. You know how much we've gotten out of, so like, so often we finish a podcast, like we just did one today with Dr.
Shu. I can't wait till you guys see it.
He's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. This is so important. But anyway, and he offered to send us some of the products from the company that he has founded.
Thanks for reminding me. I got to send him the address.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Don't you dare forget that. I want to try this stuff. Zesty Paws has sent us boxes. Made by Nacho has sent us so much in their line.
And also to some of the rescues that we like. They also sent food to the rescues that we like.
They did. And and then Kim Freeman, Freeman, the Lost Cat Detective. There's more than just the gifts that you receive in the mailbox, although I love it. You know how I am. I get a box. I'm very excited.
We're leaving some people out that sent us gifts.
But, we're leaving. I know we are. I'm sure
Irina sent us gifts. Litter Genie sent us gifts, and we now write their blog every month.
Yes. Pretty Litter.
Oxy Fresh sent us.
Yes. Pretty Litter donated a year's worth of cat litter to a fundraiser that we did for. He
sent some to me and you when we.
That's true. He did.
He was a JFC client. That's how we met him. He was one of our pet sitting clients.
Yes. Yeah, and we got to try it. Plus, then, he helped us to raise money for the Sunshine Fund for Cindy Vasquez Long Pace. And so, there's just been so many. And then, we got turned on to products like Convivial House Cat from the Cat Fairies. And I can't live without my cat Calm from the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. Oh. And we made these friendships. Right?
I'm giving away one of our secrets, but Convivial is like the holy grail.
I think my Convivial's over there, but I got some cat calms sitting here. But
and we've got downstairs.
And we've gotten so much education out of these people. And then Kim Freeman, the Lost Cat Detective. So we had just had this thing where one of my cats, he's a jerk. I love him.
I have a jerk too.
Love him. He's adorable. He's gorgeous. He's a cuddler. He's jerk. Some kids are just like that. And he's that kid. And he broke out, made a hole, broke out. And that he's not the problem, because when he escapes, he sits by the door and goes meow until, you let him back in. But while it was open, my precious Kismet with the FIV got out, and I was losing my marbles. And it just so happened, because God works in cool ways, that we were going to be interviewing Kim Freeman, who's literally made her life about finding cats.
Yeah, you lined her up before all that happened.
It's true. And then we're talking to her, and I'm like, my cat's gone. And she gave us so much information and things that we were doing wrong with all of our knowledge, things that we were doing wrong.
Because it had
that education.
It had nothing to do with behavior. How you get a cat back has everything to do with making the environment welcoming for you to come back.
But it also has to do with understanding behavior, because one of my biggest things was I was raised with dogs, as were you, and so like my cat disappears and I'm like, Mommy's here, come get me, and I expect this cat to go Mama and come running back like a dog might. But cats freak out in this new environment, and it takes them days to settle down.
Most cats. I'll accept
most
Deadpool.
Cats.
I'll accept Deadpool
because he's special.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
not only that,
it's going to take them a while.
Not only that, Linda, but I know this is a sore spot for you, because it was while you took a leave of absence from the show, I got to interview Maya Bialik.
You had to bring that
Blossom herself.
Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler.
Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler.
Call Me Cat.
Call Me Cat, which, by the way, season 2 started last week. Don't miss it on Fox.
Woot woot, hashtag Call Me Cat, hashtag. Yeah, I will never forgive you for that. I will never. I mean,
We're trying to get her back on, and people are like, she's just so busy. But that is how we got Callie McCullough.
Callie McCullough.
So like, well, instead of Mayim, how about Callie McCullough? Well,
they also found us the lady that makes the cat furniture.
Yes, they did.
Keller. Keller. It's 3 syllables. Like,
if you don't know
to mess it up, we did.
Look back on our old podcasts.
Yes, and look them up and support them. They are amazing people. We have just gained so much knowledge. Honestly, doing this podcast has been a college course in itself. We talked to David Ty and Amana Med, and we learned so much about how music can benefit your cats.
And we've talked to Kitten Lady not once.
And we talked to the Kitten Lady, Hannah Shaw, a couple of times. Yeah.
So we have to take a tiny little break, but when you come back,
I'm still going on my list.
What's coming for 2020?
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Right back.
All right.
Welcome back to 19 Cats and Counting. Anyone keeping score? Ding, ding. Still have 18. I'm not going back to 19. Linda has 11, where the goal is for us to have 19 combined. I say I want her to have 18, and I have 1, but she's not for that.
No. You couldn't live with one cat. You'd lose your mind. Don't even start.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't have one cat. And, I have a lot that are older. At the end, but when the seniors are gone, I probably will have left Sweetie Pie, Simba, and Dexter, and that's fine. That's enough.
I think that's been a big thing this year too, and I think that's important. I'm really torn on this whole resolutions thing, but I do think it's important every year to take a little assessment of your life and where you're going and how you're feeling about things, what's working for you and what's not. And you were fine taking care of 20 cats. I'm not saying it was easy, but you were fine taking care of 20 cats. Hey, when I was
40, even 50, okay, but now that I'm 60, and I know I don't look a day over 30, but
you do not. You do not.
You're so sweet.
But yeah,
it takes a toll on the body and the pocketbook because of COVID. I don't have a lucrative income anymore.
Y'all know what her Chewy bill is every month. Don't ask. But I thought mine was
about $1,000.
Yeah,
it varies between $800 and $1,000 depending on how many I have at the moment. Who's on special food because of diabetes or what have you?
That too.
Which I don't have that right now because I lost Amy. But what's coming for 2022? We have a major big surprise for February. Do you want to tell everybody about it?
Margaret Show.
Yes, she's a fan of ours.
This is going to be so hard. I swear when she comes on and be like, but yes, huge fan. Reached out to her people just on a whim because she adopted some pandemic cats and she's a big animal rescue person and she loves
has a Chihuahua too, like you.
And she does. And he wrote back and was like, yeah, Margaret knows about your show. Margaret Joe knows
She's
about
a fan of our show.
She likes us.
She doesn't just know about our show. She's a fan.
Excuse me. I need my Sally Field
Hi, Margaret.
Moment. She likes us. She really likes us.
Sorry, Sally.
Yeah, it actually wasn't her real line. It's gotten misconstrued over the years, but I'm sticking with it. But anyway, yes.
What did she really say?
I don't. It was something about you like music. It was similar, but it wasn't quite the way it's been. But I don't care.
You know how things go. You ever play telephone in school? Somebody whispers something, and by the time you get on the line, it's all different.
Yes, 100%. Yes, exactly. But we have a lot of really cool guests coming on. Molly DeVos is going to come on and talk to us about cat Reiki, which I'm really excited about. So I have to tell you, so I was raised, a Michigan girl, basically city but suburbs. We had one dog at a time. It was a poodle because my mother's allergies, blah, 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 blah.
I grew up with a dog too, Blazer.
Yes. And Rita and I have never really ventured into what we jokingly call the hippy dippy stuff. Of course, I like the hippy dippy stuff. So please, if you're hippy dippy, don't take that as an offense because it is not.
I like some of the woo woo.
Yeah, I'm getting
but
there.
I like some of it.
But neither of us really understood any of the woo woo. And we had Leslie Nace on as an animal communicator, and we were both completely skeptical. We were like, okay, well, we'll do this. This ought to be fun. And she had us completely sold. It's not really like psychic woo-woo. It's more about making connections and feelings.
And she did tell me something. She did tell me that Sonny sent me my Dexter, which I've always assumed she did.
Yes. And we got that backed up again then later. And speaking of Dexter, who wants to be the camera kitty? Hi, baby. Look, he's getting so big. If you're listening to the podcast, let me tell you, he's got to be a big black cat.
I can barely pick him up.
But yes. And we've got products coming out this year. And we have been working on our cat toy line like forever.
Not just
forever.
Toys. You and Nikki are working on jewelry.
So yes, we are working on jewelry. I am actually wearing one that I did with an angel wing.
That's what I'm wearing.
Are you wearing? Yay!
I'm wearing the earrings.
Yes.
I can't wear the bracelet because Dexter.
I've actually got mine on, but
Dexter grabs it. I can't.
The really cool thing is we've got a couple different grades of the chain link size, and then you pick your link. So I know I have never had a super tiny neck. So if I get some of those smallest ones that little young ladies little teeny boppers can wear, it comes right here and is more like a choker.
Me
so
too.
so yeah, so we can make specific, and like this is a memorial necklace for Sebastian that has a little bit of his ashes in it, and I wear it every day. So when wearing my cat jewelry, I want something that's either going to sit right here or sit a little lower.
Yeah, I have the other necklace you made me that sits here.
Yes.
But I got the end caught, and I have to.
We need to. Yes, exactly. We got magnetic clasps.
So that, look.
Yeah, so that if you are like us and have a problem sometimes sitting back there trying to get that little thing, and you can just reach behind you and they touch together. So any length, we have all kinds of different charms.
Well,
it's just going to be super cool.
You comb your hair and you catch it and then you break it. Well, this won't break because
it'll pull the magnet apart, but they're pretty strong magnets. Like I don't think you're going to accidentally lose it by just touching it, right? They're pretty strong magnets. So.
I won't tell you I've done it.
You gotta be aware.
Dexter's making my monitor go.
I see it.
Excuse me.
And who knows what else? We've been working on a catnip spray for a while. We've been working on all kinds of stuff. So we don't know. The sky's the limit. As Rita fights off her panther, I'll just keep talking.
I have to put away pens. Linda and Nikki were down here, and I went to look for a pen. Rita had no pens because they're probably under the sofa.
Probably, yeah. I mistakenly brought one that we had bought in, I think it was Miami, that had stars on it, and then it had this
I remember.
Thing. What kind of a behaviorist sits down in a house with 19 at the time cats and uses a pen with something dangling off of it?
You do.
And I fought Dexter for it too. I paid my price. I was penalized. I'm telling you.
It's really funny. Dexter, he was about 6 months when he came up on my porch. And unlike most kittens, he was very calm.
Yes.
Didn't really play much, just was, happy to not be outside anymore. But every now and then, like when he's up here.
Yeah.
Gets that wild hair.
It's the right tempting, right? Like I told you, I had this dog that would not leave the yard for anything but squirrel. And so, yeah.
If I put anything on my side table at night, like if I'm done watching TV, I put the remote over there. No. Plink. Under the floor. So I've got to put it in the drawer.
Yep.
The only thing allowed on my table is my clock, which is my Echo Dot. Yeah. And also my lamp. Although I found a lamp on the floor this morning.
You got to get non-breakable everything. I
do have non-breakable.
The struggle is real.
I mean, that's kind of breakable, but it's wood.
Yeah.
The ones in my bedroom are resin. I can't get anything glass.
Have you thought about lining yoga mats across the floor so that if things fall, they don't have such an impact?
I've actually thought about. I remember one of my cats' clients had a rubber flooring for his.
Yes.
And I actually thought, I wonder if that would work.
Yes, you can buy those that cover the gym mats for my kids, we're in the Starters Baton Corps. And so, they cover the floor with this cushy mat. They're very expensive, but
So what else is coming up for 19 Cats and the Cat Behavior Alliance? We were just talking about, we've been wanting to do a summit for a long time because we know so many different people in the biz. And now that you reminded me about Molly DeVos, I think we could have 20 people easily.
Yes.
We're going to have to make it a weekend or something.
We have talked to people about holistic products. We have had people on about cat hospice, the end of life, when to make these decisions, how to make these decisions, the different options that are available to us that we didn't know anything about. Speaking of education that we got, we have had cat sitters on educating us about cat sitter. We've had cat sitter Meowtel owner on Sonia Petkavich, which how funny is it that Pet starts her last name?
About that.
I want her name. I just really think somebody messed up there, and Linda Hall. But anyway,
actually, I think my name should be Kitty Cats.
I do. I like that. Yeah, we should change our name.
I know.
Because animals, Shannon Falconer, they are making cultured meat products that is real meat but does not harm the environment.
Yeah, that's the current podcast right now. I mean,
is it? Oh, that one. Yeah. Hello.
I really love, because do you know how many vegan people insist on feeding their cats vegan, and you cannot do that.
You can't. But I get it. I understand why they want to do that. I'm as upset about these sort of things as anyone else. But, Peter and his Peter Cohen, House of Neko, Zen by Cat, raises money for FIP research.
FIP.
Very educational.
Which now is not always a death sentence, but the treatment is so expensive. So he raises money to help people be
Yes.
able to afford it and get the treatment.
That's where he really comes in and helping people. He has, I believe, the first survivor of FIP living, if not one of the first.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, just amazing. He also is an expert on catifying your house, let me tell you.
Well, he owns a construction company.
Yes, it's very cool that he's a contractor like that and has all these contractors, because their house is amazing.
I want him to build the duplicate of his house for me.
Yes, it is so cool because it doesn't look
so
catified.
clean.
It looks fun. It's aesthetically pleasing. I would enjoy living in the house if I didn't have cats, but man, is it fun with the cat.
But it's so clean because he doesn't have carpets. He doesn't even have wood floors. He's got ceramic tile, non-porous ceramic tile, so it doesn't take in stains or germs or anything. It's just beautiful.
Yes,
you haven't
so great.
visited zenbycat.org? ZENBYCAT.org. Go.
So Peter is kind of a functional guy. So Zen by Cat raises money for the FIP research, and this is a completely separate foundation from what he does, but he is so generous in including his personal life and letting us all see his cats running around all the catwalks with the cat cams on and stuff. It's such a hoot. You really have to watch it.
Well, so one of the things too, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And he is so giving. I reached out to him the other day, and somebody had asked about, one of our clients was talking about catwalks and stuff, and I said, go to Zen by Cat and look at some of what Peter's done. And I mentioned it to Peter, and he said, I'll talk to her if she wants to talk to somebody about, he wants to help people, everyone. Rita, is it cat people? Because everyone we have talked to, I have fallen in love with. I mean,
everybody we've spoken with, yes. Mostly cat people are generous people. There was a couple wackos, like the one that attacked me on the Facebook, accusing me of asking for money for my cats, which I've never done.
This is what happens in social media, children.
I know.
Yes.
I try not to take it personally. My mom was like, Mama Bear, who is she? Let me at her. I'm like, Mama, pull in the claws because
send me her address. I'm grabbing the keys.
I can't have somebody then taking it out on our business by bashing. So just, I was going to block her and she blocked me anyway.
We mamas can't help ourselves. Don't
the more known we get, the more of that is going to
and you got to learn to just let it off because, we're not perfect. I mean, if you want to dig in our past, perfect. But the funny thing is, I at least tend to be so open that you don't have to dig. You don't have to dig for my skeletons or pay $5 to People Finder or whatever. I'll tell you, I am not a perfect person.
I don't like to give up my address though, because I don't want people to come and drop cats out on my porch.
That is the problem.
I literally can't take in anymore. I love you people. I want to help you. Believe me, I want to take it. We have a cat client right now that, the spouse wasn't willing to do the work. So he's having to rehome his cats, and one of them is special needs. Normally, I would take them both, but
and how many conversations have I had with you going, no, Rita, you cannot take this cat. You cannot. It gets to the point where if you have too many and it's such chore, and I mean, I can't. Look, 11 is mind-boggling to me. Again, didn't do this on purpose.
And you have other people in your home, though, to help. I don't.
Yeah. But just the amount of fur balls you're going to step in, accidents you may have.
Every day.
Cat fights, exactly.
I don't have fights.
Ours is much better, but in the beginning it was fights. And I was ready to move out. I'm just getting an apartment. Somebody let me know when I can come home.
And it's not fair to them either, because they need individual attention. And the more I have, the more I spend some time up here with Scooter because he doesn't like to come downstairs. So I'm up here twice a day with Scooter. And then there's the cats that like to hang out in the bedroom. And then there's the cats that like to hang out in the living room. And then there's the ones that really enjoy the kitchen. So I've got to be everywhere.
Yeah. And how many times have I likened this to children? Look, there are people who do not want to have children and probably should not, because they are recognizing that this is not for them, and that's great. There are people that want one children and they love that one child, but they can't imagine having another one. Boy, that was work, and it is. And then you see those families out there with 12 kids and they make it work. And so kudos to them. But when you get to be a certain age, I'm going to be 55 in March. And
youngster.
The thought of having another child is no. I mean, sometimes I miss those moments, but actually having another child. So, you have to reassess your limits.
We're going to do a Let's Talk Cats about this more in depth.
That's a very good idea.
Because there's just, you've got to be careful how many you adopt when you're younger, because you get old.
Yeah.
And it happens faster than you think.
True story. Yeah.
So
True
we'll
story.
look for on our YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube yet, youtube.com/Cat Behavior Alliance. Please subscribe.
The video version of these podcasts goes on there also.
Yes. But we also do Let's Talk Cats. We have some cat trivia, which we need to do some more of.
Yeah, we do.
I have tons of videos out there of my own cats and cats that I've cat sat for that they're just funny to watch.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you learn about cat behavior. People are like, how do I become a behaviorist? Well, A, have a cat. B, have 2 cats. C, have 3 cats.
3 cats.
Because the more you have, well, seriously.
No, it's absolutely true.
Only get how many that you can handle.
Yes.
But the more you have, the more you learn. Is that true, Linda?
Oh, it's 100% true. I mean, just the difference in personalities, the difference in ages and how they behave. I can definitely see the difference in my Super, who's about to turn 16, and PAW-some Deadpool, who are like 2 or 3 now and are total pains in the rear. And, you know, or even cats of the same age where one tends to be more laid back. Their tastes are different. Their personalities are different. It's like kids. A cat is not a cat is not a cat, just like a child's not a child's not a child.
That's true.
You get the compliant, easygoing child. Some are snuggly. Some you have to bribe to hug them. Nikki allows me to hug her once every 4 days. So I got one today.
You
and
Nikki are like, you guys are the same person. You're 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, except that I am super touchy-feely. Like, I will hug you if I've never met you. I don't care. I love you. COVID has kind of tampered my natural instincts, and it's been annoying because I keep looking at people going, I want to hug you.
I'm not touchy-feely either.
Exactly. And see, that's how Nikki is, which is why I'm allowed 1 hug every 4 days. She could live without hugs. She doesn't need to hug. We spend time together. We laugh. We bond. We're not ignoring each other.
I have to admit, though, when my vet put his arm around me to give me a hug when I lost my cats, that was good.
You have an amazing vet.
He's awesome. If he was single, I'd snap him up in a heartbeat, but he's very happily married.
Yeah.
So I adore him from afar.
Yeah. Let me know. Awesome. I'll tell you, in my opinion, our biggest goal in 2022 is the same goal that it's been forever, and that is to meet the needs of the people.
Yeah.
You know, Rita and I met because we both worked for Richard Simmons, and I've always said that Richard's magic, you know, he talks about in his book that he was a big fan of this celebrity who was into exercise, and he went to their studio and they weren't there. And so, you know, his goal has always been to be very open and upfront and share his life and be with people until he retired and said, I'm done with all y'all.
Richard, don't you think it's been a learning experience in not only, you know, being on camera, I'm very comfortable on camera, because you don't know when somebody at Slimmons, you know, we walk into Slimmons one day and they're like, oh, you know, Entertainment Tonight's going to be here taping. Okay.
Yes, there's camera crews. Not to mention all the infomercials and exercise videos and things that we've done.
But I also learned from him how to be gracious and open with people in need, and how to be of service to people in need. I'm going to cry now, because that's what working with Richard was all about. And that's what I miss about being on the radio show and working in the studio, is I don't get that anymore. But working with people who love animals, that's all come back. Helping people restore their relationships with their cats.
When Richard decided to retire, I'd been with him for 17 and a half years, and I thought I was just going to end up doing something clerical or something. I thought I was going to get a job to pay the bills, okay?
Are you kidding? The day I heard you were getting laid off, I was like, Iris was working with me at the time. I was like, do you think, can I ask what you think? Do you think she'd want to work with me? Do you think?
I was in an absolute heartache panic because I was working with people who needed help and needed somebody to talk to. And, you know, weight loss or personal life, because, you know, your personal life reflects in your weight.
Work, personal, there's no difference to me. It's the same.
Exactly. Yeah. Your personal life reflects on your body and on the scale. So, you know, I was talking to all these people and I was making a difference, and I felt like I was really doing something. And there were times when I would talk to somebody who was so in need, who needed Richard, and Richard couldn't be spread that thin, and I would talk to them, or I would help him, you know, with his communications, and it just meant everything. And I just did not want to sit behind a desk. And here we are talking to people who are struggling and helping them and making this work and helping to reduce that 130.
I always said I wanted to be the Richard Simmons of cat behavior. And I think the two of us together, we're going to accomplish
I think we're there. Yes, I think we're there. Except I'm not wearing those shorts.
Well,
it's not gonna happen.
I'm not either.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
The sparkly tops I have no problem with. I love bling.
I have one of his. I have one of his from Broadway Sweat that he wore.
Really?
Broadway Sweat. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's in
You should
that
pull it
chest at
out.
the end of the bed. I should.
Oh, is it really?
It's purple.
I know we're running over time a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yes, and the point that I meant to make when we got off track, like I never do that, was that we want to help the people. So if you have something that you want to hear us talk about, if you have a guest that you want to see on, can't guarantee, but we've had some pretty good luck. If you're watching the YouTube version, please put it in the comments. What do you need more of? What do you need? Whatever.
Tell your friends about us. Get them to subscribe.
Please.
Anybody who owns a cat, I mean, we don't expect everyone to become a client. We just want to reach out to as many cat owners as we can.
Oh, exactly.
So that we can offer some help and assistance and, read our blogs. I just updated a page on our website to include the blogs we do for other places like Litter Genie. We do their blog and stuff I've done for Chewy and the stuff on catster.com. In addition to Linda writes the Naughty Cat News for us. I write Simon's newsletter. I'm sorry, Simon writes it, not my cat. And together we write the blogs for the Daily Muse. So there's lots of information.
We've got different areas. The Cat Behavior Alliance is specifically behavior related behavior issues. You can reach out for a consultation, but we are into, which is why we do 19 Cats and Counting and why we love having this opportunity.
Love cats.
We are into anything that, you've got a new artificial intelligence that measures your cat's happiness. Will you please come on our show?
Sylvester.ai. Go visit
Sylvester.ai. Yeah, Sylvester.ai. And, I've heard about this guy who makes music for cats. I think this is goofy. Let's have him on. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Linda, on our website, which is awesome. I've got web experience, so I make all the updates.
Yeah.
I should make a page and just put all these websites of people we've talked to that we believe in.
Yes, you should. That we endorse and that we believe in. Yes. So, we know that, we want to be there for the behavior problems and reduce that 134,400 cats that are surrendered every year.
134,400 kitties.
But we also
many end up without a home.
But we also want to bring you the best food. We want to bring you the best vet information. We want to give you the best rescue information. We want to give you the best
food that you can afford, because not everyone can afford Made by Nacho. As good as it is, I can't afford it. Okay.
Yeah, Made by Nacho. Yes,
but I can't.
Yes,
for 18 cats, I can't.
Yes, yeah. There is no one. There are actually a few different foods and things that we endorse. So any ideas that you have, if you're not watching the YouTube, if you're listening to the podcast, you can always email us at support@catbehavioralliance.com.
That's right.
And we will get your emails. Let us know what you want, because that's our goal. We're trying to help you. Let
me put out a shameless plea. There's some people we've been trying to get on our podcast forever. Valerie Bertinelli, if you're listening, we want you on our podcast. We love your kitties. We love your books. Having worked for Richard Simmons, we totally understand your frustration with the scale and people that think they have a right to say something about it.
Yeah, I think Valerie's kind of one of our spirit animals.
I love her.
We have a little kinship that she doesn't know we have, right?
No. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Love to have you on our show together. That would be awesome. I would love to write for MarthaStewart.com, but that's a whole nother story.
Right.
Anybody know Martha? Send her our way. We wanted to get
tell Martha these ladies are looking for you. They're a little nutty, but they're good people.
We wanted to get the awesome Betty White, but she's sadly passed away. I wrote an article about, I actually attended her 90th birthday celebration. That Actors and Others for Animals. They're going to throw her 100th birthday celebration. I wish I could go. But anybody who's worked with or for Betty, send us a note. We want you on the show. The ultimate catch, Beth and Howard Stern. I'd love Howard, but Beth is really who I'm after. She does so much awesome work with, I think it's I can't remember. Off
she's got her own,
North American Animal League. I know I'm getting the name. North Shore Animal League, I think it is.
That's it.
But they both opened their homes to cats. They home the cats, they nurse the cats, they foster them, get them homes. I would love to have them on the show. And Howard, if you're listening, we have some dirt on Richard Simmons. Just saying, we'd love to be on
Stop that right now. Shamelessly trying to get people. Shamelessly, no. All right.
Anybody who's a fan of ours, if you have ideas, if you want to be on our show, you've got a cat-related product. Or there's so many people out there who have pet products where they focus the dogs. And they want to come be on our show. And we're like, okay, well, what do you do for the cats?
exactly.
Make sure you
Yeah.
include cats, and we'll help you promote your stuff.
Yeah.
If we like it. We only promote things we believe in.
Yeah. We are ready. We are ready for what 2021 is going to bring. We've already got a few things
Oh,
lined
and our
up, but
book.
we can't see what else
And
comes.
our
Oh,
book,
yes,
okay?
our book.
Publishers, editors.
There you go.
I know you've published some of my friends' behavior books, but what we've got is something totally different. We are the only behaviorists who are tandem behaviorists. We do team behavior sessions.
Yeah.
2 of us together, and I've been working on this book for years. We're tearing it apart, rewriting the whole thing because Linda adds sparkle. We've got different. Oh, thank you. I'm sparkling right now. You are. All right, so we got to wrap up. But yeah, you got something you want us to do, or you know, whatever. Shoot us a line. Let us know. Give us comments. Catbehavior.com. Yes. All right. Thanks, Rita. This is everybody. Fun. It was fun. And Mark, thank you for giving us this awesome forum. I can't tell you how much we appreciate and love you. Oh, no doubt. He's amazing. Yes. All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks. Bye. Right. Bye.